Let's take one phone call. Next segment coming up, but I went too long. And we'll come back and go to break. Let's go to Eric in New Jersey. You're on the air. Go ahead. Come on, Eric. You're on the air, brother.
How are you, Ox?
I'm all right. Go ahead.
All right. I'd like to talk about what you were talking about earlier about the psychotropic drugs and their effect on especially the young people of America.
Yeah, they've got 20% of kids on psychotropics. None of them will ever be able to own a gun. They put the kids on drugs, the school orders it, and then now you'll never be able to own a gun, never be allowed to have a good job. They're wrecking our children, institutionalizing them from the beginning. Not telling the parents it's the red dye and the GMO and the processed sugar. No, give them all that, and then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. I'm 25 years of age. About 10 years ago, I was caught smoking cigarettes in the high school bathroom. I was sent to the principal's office where they had a police officer there. I was a little bit apprehensive, and their solution to the problem was to send me to a psychiatrist.
No, that's it. No, listen. That's what they do to everybody. It's get you in the system. Go ahead. They're drug dealers.
From there on, for about 10 years, I've been on psychotropics. They keep me relatively stable, but if I go off them, I feel like a freaking mental patient. Oh, no, that's on record that's what it does going. So they took you for cigarettes, put you on psychotropics. So for tobacco, they put you on something in the hallucinogen family. Now they've rewired your brain. Now they've got control of you. Exactly. I also have a college degree now, and I work for $10 an hour at a paint store. Oh, that's right. Listen, 90+% of the college jobs, you're never getting a job to pay it off. It's all a Ponzi scheme fraud. The robots are being rolled out to replace everybody in the factories, the cars, the truck drivers. It's over, folks. If the globalists have their way, it's a post-human world. I'm just lucky I have a job right now, though. I'm just grateful I live in America and have anything. No, I hear you. They're trying to destroy America, brother. But at least have they disbarred you from gun ownership yet? Because that's coming now. My father, unfortunately, passed away about a year ago. He had a Ruger. I have it in my nightstand at home to protect my mother. I'm the only child. So terrorist for a son to protect their mother. Well, here's the deal. Everybody that's been put in the system for no reason, they're about to database all your data and not let you buy guns. So folks better get guns now any way they can legally before they put the registration in. Go ahead. I understand that. So, I'm just lucky I have a job, as I said, and I'm trying to buy a small acreage of property out in western New Jersey, maybe build myself a house with my wage, And, now, sir, is that house under Agenda 21? Because if you're not on the grid, we're going to find something wrong with your zoning and shut you down, you American pig. We're going to shut you down. Armored vehicles are coming. That's right. Zoning departments are getting armored Iraq war wagons with SWAT teams. I've got that article coming up. And then the rest of your phone calls, stay with us. Follow me on Twitter at RealAlexJones.
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah. Infowars.com.
Judge, what is the secret of the universe?
Infowars.com.
Peter King says we should spy on Congress. They may be with Al-Qaeda. That sounds asinine, but actually Peter King is with Al-Qaeda, supporting Al-Qaeda in Syria and other areas. So the guy saying look out for Al-Qaeda is actually involved with them, just like Senator John McCain. And it's perfect. Then they take our rights because of the Al-Qaeda threat they helped create. Here's Politico magazine, the congressman who went off the grid, Roscoe Bartlett, 20 years on Capitol Hill. Now he lives in a remote cabin in the woods, worried about our power grid, depression, and more. And here's an article up on Infowars.com by Mac Slavo. Excellent article. Government SWAT teams target rugged individuals, that's in quotes, who grow their own food, produce their own electricity. And, folks, I see this even in Central Texas. They won't give you a permit for your own solar system. And if bureaucrats see it in Travis County, they'll come harass you. But if you hook it into the power grid and it's under their control, then you can get a rebate. And it's got photos here from California and other states where armored nuisance abatement team with armed SWAT officers visits people with no warrants If they don't like the color of their paint, they want to put a meter on their well, whatever. This is the harassment. And this is Agenda 21. This is what Agenda 21 is, ladies and gentlemen. It's a global corporate system selectively to shut down all businesses that they don't own and control. To shut down farmers, you name it. Only let big agri operate, where they use the cities as overtax command bases to then launch bureaucrats out to take over. That's it. Soviets did it as well. This is basically a Soviet-style takeover with the Soviet-style system looting for offshore banks who want to make you poor so they can socially engineer you. And that's the facts. And a lot of fathers look at their sons and say, I know Alex is right, but I'm going to keep groveling to the system and go along with it. You're going to put your kid on vaccines and give them drugs and let them watch NFL all day instead of giving them the truth because you really don't care. You're a lazy pile of crap. I understand that, for those that don't care. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Terry in Washington. Thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Yeah, Alex, can you hear me good?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I'm getting ready to fire off an email to Kurt.
Yeah, your phone's breaking up a little. You're going to fire an email off to Kurt. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is known as 311. And it's a breaking story. And I vetted the guy that...
Okay, well, tell us your story real quick.
Okay. Anyway,
I got to let you go, Terry. Appreciate it. We don't really screen the calls, folks, but you got to just get the point out there. All right, I'm just almost out of time. Lori in Wisconsin, you're on the air with the record global warming temperatures, the lowest recorded in 20 years. Go ahead, Lori.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Good, good. Welcome.
God bless you. What I want to say is people really need to start waking up. The alarm's going off, and you got to stop hitting the snooze button because this is right up in your face.
You're right. The system is in your face. What do you want to talk about today?
I was watching a program this morning, and they were talking about the D-Wave quantum computer, which is in Utah for artificial intelligence.
Yes, and it's learning off of watching humans, and this is what they use to break encryption.
Right. And they were saying that there's also a biometric testing lab there that is already doing the face scans and the iris scans in your eye. Sure,
they only tell you about that now. They've had face scanning on the streets for 20 years. They probably already have AI computers. So they only tell you about it once it's old technology.
Right. How long has that been out? For the last 20 years, that D-Wave?
Yes, ma'am. It's just that it's all so illegal that they just, even the cops don't know this stuff's there. Then they roll it out to them later once it's in place. They've taken our money, our research, our data to build a giant criminal system.
Right. They even said that DARPA was involved funding it also.
Yeah, that's what Eisenhower warned of. DARPA was funding 90% of research in 1960, or what precursed it. And so it allows them to choose the development of society, choose what companies get the funds, choose not just the color of the street signs, but down to how computers work. They are engineering an artificial world playing God. I appreciate your call. And the caller before her, I wasn't trying to be rude. If somebody resets like 4 times, we don't screen your calls. We just got to get to the next person. If you have show tips, I'm sure it's interesting. Send it to showtips@infowars.com. Okay, I waited to get the calls till later, so I need you to just get to the point, go to the next person. Thank you, Lori. Let's talk to Neil in Wisconsin. Neil, you're on the air. Welcome.
Alex, first-time caller. I'm going to hit my points kind of rapid fire here. So I'm going to say this. I don't own a TV. I don't have any video games. I don't waste my time with that. People, they need to get out in the public, do some protesting, then you'll meet like-minded people, and then you figure out who you can run for City Hall. Like G. Edward Griffin said, don't complain to City Hall, be City Hall. And then 3 books cured my apathy. I'd say The Creature from Jekyll Island, 1984, and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I want to give a shout-out to my mom. She was a info warrior back in her day. She kept me out of all vaccines as much as possible, said it was against her religion. And so I really don't get headaches or get sick. And then, one thing I was wanted to say was, if you don't really want to get involved, get out there in the doors, have money, the fiat currency stuff. I was thinking you can get a custom-made stamp and stamp on there InfoWars and the Fed. It's kind of like the Where's George concept.
Exactly, and I'm now seeing stores trying to not even take $20 bills. They want to phase cash out. Great points. God bless you. Great caller, getting right to his points. Let me say something about what he was bringing up there. All we have to do is stop complying with the system, and it will come down. It needs our compliance to get all this through. And imagine this. In Austin, where I live, they have the city buses with code enforcers now in California Highway Patrol uniforms, basically. Tan and blue uniforms. They're very imperious, very arrogant, selectively enforce. This is Agenda 21. This is federally funded. And now all over, they're getting armored vehicles and SWAT teams for the code enforcers. Government is weaponized. Government is preparing for war with us. Government is spying on us illegally. Government is running Al-Qaeda. Government is a hijacked criminal group now. Do you understand this, folks? They are training for the total collapse because they engineered it. Now, the average military code enforcer doesn't even know this. They buy into whatever bull and it's a paycheck. But man, and they watch 24 and imagine they're these superheroes when they're literally working for the Antichrist. Let's talk to Nancy in Missouri. Nancy, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hello there, Alex. First, I want to say I'm sorry about your uncle.
Oh, thank you. He was a very great man and a patriot, but he's gone on to be with the Lord.
Okay. What I wanted to talk about was movies. Over Christmas break, I saw Catching Fire, the new Hunger Games movie, and I saw Elysia. And I know you talk about how movies are trying to tell us, get our minds for the new world order.
Got to acclimate us. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, acclimate us, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's something I saw in both these movies I don't think maybe you thought about, is in both those movies, there's a resistance in the people, the common people, the everyday people win. They're going to win and eventually.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Hunger Games is an anti-New World Order libertarian idea. In the new one, Catching Fire, they even have the very armored vehicle that the zoning people are getting, the Iraq War Wagon. It's that exact vehicle in the movie.
Yeah, and I was thinking, how Charles Dickens, his books changed the thinking of 19th century England towards poor people, and I'm wondering if some of these movie writers and screenwriters and everything aren't trying to get people to think, yeah, here's what they're going to do to us, but you can stand up, you can resist.
Yeah, well, I don't know about Elysium because it kind of has an Obamacare message, but it has some positive messages as well. Secret technology, life extension, what the global government's about. Undoubtedly, Hunger Games does have a positive message. The Marxists have tried to hijack it, but I don't think that's what's happening with the film. Great points, ma'am. Thank you for calling, Nancy. God bless you. Let's go to Troy in Utah. I'm going as quick as I can here. Troy, go ahead.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, a couple of things. One, I just wanted to throw at you a new way to refer to the mainstream media.
The collaborator, traitor media? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, that's about right, but I was thinking we should refer to them as they are. They're being used as weapons of mass deception.
I agree. It's the state-run weaponized media.
Yeah, and they're used to deceive us in mass. Another thing, I've tried to get on a few times to let you know, Ray Kurzweil is actually speaking out against fluoridation of water.
I didn't know that. Ray thinks he's going to live forever and is a top globalist, but I didn't know he was speaking out against water fluoridation. Look into that, folks. But that's very interesting. I'm not even saying all these globalists are pure evil. Some of them are deceived. I apologize to the other callers. I tried to go quick. I'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing. Pray for us. 11 a.m. Central with the weekday transmission. Infowars.com for the free iPhone apps and more. The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other members of the fluorine family that are added to Western water supplies are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the people that drink it. So the question is, why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We developed Fluoride Shield
to be the highest quality, highest standards, because I use it every day and my family uses it every single day. Let's take a closer look at the ingredients that make up this special proprietary formula. Tamarind has been celebrated for its ability to immobilize toxic fluoride residues, while zeolites have a long history of attracting and holding toxic compounds. Enter fulvic acid, an excellent cleansing agent. Then we added the highest quality shilajit, a rare compound that is collected from the high mountains of the Himalayas. We topped it all off with the powerhouse herb cilantro that is intended to mobilize fluoride and other dangerous compounds for removal from the body. And the final touch to energize this formula is our proprietary nascent iodine. And as always, consult your physician as well, because that is important. And finally, Fluoride Shield, Survival Shield, and all the products at InfoWarsLife.com grew out of my quest to try to find the very best compounds from God's cornucopia to protect myself and my family. And from our research, I believe we are bringing you the best, highest quality products. And you have that commitment from Alex Jones and the entire InfoWars crew.